we've got there's another message coming through. So I'm just listening to my headphones, and I just have it like on some random music, and the song by Justin Bieber called As Long As You Love Me came on. And it's basically, the message that I'm receiving is that there is an adult child who had karmic parents. And I'm sorry, you guys, if you don't want to, get into like the karmic energy, like God knows I don't really like it because it's really fucking uncomfortable for me to channel. But if you don't want to deal with the karmic energy, then definitely like don't watch this video and check out a few of my other videos. But there's something about it. I think it is important for these things to be witnessed because there are people who know these things and understand these things within themselves, and it's important to have this sort of type of like confirmation. So basically what I'm doing here, well, among other things, is witnessing a lot of things that are happening on the astral plane for you guys to confirm that, and to also just, we're building a soul tribe here really of witnessing. I think that's kind of my understanding of tarot readings, general tarot readings, among other things. Okay, anyways, the point is that there is an adult child who is, when their heart is open, they're very abundant. And there's something about a karmic family who was trying to keep this adult child in a cycle. And there was a reading that I did a while back, and it was something about there was a parent who picked out really bad, like, I just want to kiss that tail. Good girl, Nina. But it's like, sorry guys. It's like there was like a parent who would pick out really bad like suitors for their child. Okay, I think in the reading it was a mother who would recommend really, really bad, like she would like the guys that the daughter should not be dating, essentially. And it was essentially there was some sort of a entity attachment, and or which could indicate like a karmic, right? Among other things, karmics there's a lot of different definitions, or a lot of different variations rather. Okay, so anyways, I digress. So if that was your reading, then this reading might resonate with you. And of course, you could also be male and or female. So, but anyways, the message is essentially, okay, now there's another message that's very important that's coming through. Okay, oh my God. Okay, there's another message coming through for someone. Okay, and this actually makes sense. This could be, yeah, this actually really makes sense. Okay, this kind of ties in. Somebody needs to separate themselves from their parents, or somebody has separated themselves from their parents, and or somebody, it's you and your parents are at a different frequency, like at a different resonance. And so it's like your parents, and or it could just be one parent, just take what resonates. It's your story, right? And if it's not your story, then don't claim it. You can rebuke it, right? But or it's just not your story, right? So 3, 2, 1 there on the clock, and 3, 2, 2. Okay, so all right, yeah, let's get started. That's what I just heard in my head. I'm sorry, you guys. There's just a lot of shit coming through, and these headphones are not on, by the way. Okay, as long as you love me. Something about, okay, very important message for somebody who needs to separate themselves from their parents, and or who needs to detox themselves after being around, I think it's a parent, it could be an entire family, it could be, this is just really general good information for cleansing yourself when you are around people who are at a different frequency from you, okay? But the example that Spirit is showing me right now is essentially that there is an adult child that really needs to create, who is in some sort of who is starting some sort of a higher level of commitment, and or the universe is preparing you to begin a higher level of commitment because you have stabilized yourself, grounded yourself in your higher frequency and in your divine mind. Okay, this is what I'm hearing, all right? Okay, so you have stabilized your frequency in the timeline that you're supposed to be in, but there is a message about somebody could be friends, parents, family, something like that is trying to come back into your life, and or you have not cut ties with something in your life, but that it actually doesn't matter is what I'm hearing. It's just whenever you see this person or these people, or whenever you're in this area, just what I'm hearing is make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to cleanse afterwards. Usually for me, on average, it depends, honestly. Like, I've had people where when they come into it depends on their resonance, it depends on what it is, you know what I mean? But like and it depends on where I am on my journey as well, right? Like, I feel like this is somebody who's like really like newly stabilizing into a new frequency. So it's like, you really have to be very careful with like your boundaries and stuff like that. But it's like, for me, sometimes it will take, for me, sometimes it can take 2 weeks of just like really, really like heavy bathing, like Epsom salt baths, like cleansing baths, like a lot of like cleansing rituals, protective rituals and stuff like that. Usually it takes me like 2 weeks, right? And sometimes it can take me 2 days. It depends on the person. Sometimes it can take a month. Sometimes it can take 3 months. You know what I mean? So just gauge, you know what I mean? But there is somebody who connects with somebody within their family unit or something like that. Sorry, you guys, hold on. Nina's stuck. Come here, Nina. It's okay. Can you get out? Come on. Come on. Good girl. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. All right. So anyways, okay. So, yeah, somebody needs to, it's almost like somebody's like in 2 timelines, okay? So, but you're not in 2 timelines. It's just kind of like you're like going and visiting a past timeline, essentially. And maybe somebody just needs to compartmentalize it like that in their brain too. It's kind of like, this location is a past timeline and you need to like know that, or you need to make sure that you know that. Like, you write that down somewhere, or you know what I mean? Okay, so because there is a separation that has to happen, because something is happening where like you're going to, like, somebody is resonating like at a frequency, and that resonance is growing like exponentially. Okay, so, and it's important to but I feel like you're gonna be fine anyways, because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye. Okay, all right, so I digress. Back to As Long As You Love Me. Okay, As Long As You Love Me. Okay, so there was somebody who, it's something about somebody's karmic parents knew that when this child was a special child, and when their heart is open, it's what I'm hearing is when their heart is open and when they smile, it's like their smile just kind of like, it lights up an entire space. Okay, so, but it's like the parents had this adult child, in some sort of like a karmic cycle where the parents would, either one parent, both parents, there could be like a brother, a sister involved, there could be like siblings, it could be like one side of the family and one side of the family is not, actually, is what I'm also seeing, suits, but just two. So just like, just take what resonates, again, you guys, like, you know, a lot of what I'm seeing really too is also just kind of like happening on the astral plane also. Like, what I see is the intentions of the energies. Okay. So, and then I try to like put a story with like people and stuff like that behind it. But then my ancestors and spirit and stuff like that are also showing me visuals of like what could be possibilities, right? It's fucking okay. So, all right. So somebody needs to, okay, so what I'm hearing is just somebody needs to love themselves. Okay, that's the goal. But and I feel like it's like, but somebody's parents taught them to not love themselves. Somebody's parents taught them or conditioned them in some way, probably some sort of abuse, and condition them in some sort of, I'm also hearing domination, condition them in some sort of a way to not love themselves, but to love others before themselves, essentially, but without loving themselves first. Okay, so this was a child who, okay, so essentially what they would do, and essentially what this is trying to do is that this parent, or this karmic, will say, or this energy, because this is an attachment that's attached to the karmic parent, or whoever the fuck this person, this could be what, I don't know who it is, this could, all right, I digress. Okay, yes, thank you. I'm back in my body. I'm so fucking ungrounded when I do this karmic shit. Okay, so back in my body. Thank you, Nina. Okay, so I need a minute, you guys. There's just a lot of shit going on in my head right now, and it's painful. Some of the images that I see too are like really painful. I really don't like it. Okay, so, and it's weird because it's like I'm channeling, so I'm like connected to the Holy Spirit and I'm like channeling it, but it's like I'm seeing things and I'm like, you shouldn't be smiling about that. But it's like, but I also know you guys are so strong and very powerful and like you're very capable. And I know that everything that you're going to be fine, okay? Like I feel like I want to cry now, okay? I'm so sorry for whatever happened to any of you, okay? So, okay. Something hurt. Something really, really hurt. Okay, so somebody was trying to make this adult child, or this child who was an adult child now, okay, try to essentially get them off their path. And okay, so there was a reading that I did earlier also that it was, I don't know, it was maybe a few weeks ago or something like that, and it was like there was a an organization that was taking light workers that was trying to like traffic them essentially, right? So this is kind of like happening on the astral plane, right? So what happens, you know, in the higher dimensions of reality, it manifests, right, in the physical, right? Whatever happens in the spiritual, it happens afterwards in the physical, right? So that's where I'm channeling. But it's something about, okay, so now I'm hearing that whoever this adult child is, like, they know this. Like, they have, okay, somebody needs to have more patience with themselves. I feel like somebody growing up, like, a lot of people did not have a lot of patience with you, but this was just, they were trying to create a sort of an illusion. I feel like a lot that, yeah, somebody was trying to create an illusion around you to create so that you would go off of your path, so that you would go into one of these false light narratives, okay? So that then, so it's almost like this parent then, oh, sorry, you guys. I really do not like this energy. Okay, I'm also hearing have faith in the family that you deserve, okay, and have faith in your dreams. You are the light. Don't let your past hold you back. Say, I will not let my past hold me back. I will not let my past hold me back. I am strong enough to not let my past hold me back. I just heard, fuck that shit. You can say that too if you want to. But, like, you know, in love and light or whatever. But, okay, so I feel like, okay, so what is the message here, Spirit, Ancestors of the Highest White Light? Let's pull some cards, you guys. Okay, somebody needs to open up their heart, but somebody needs to open up their heart to themselves. Like real. Like, somebody knows that this is happening. I feel like somebody like on some sort of like a subconscious, it's like, it's almost like it's, I'm seeing like the subconscious almost like, yeah, see the Wheel of Fortune here, you're going to be fine. It's almost like the subconscious is sort of like starting to bleed into the conscious mind of somebody. So it's like somebody's like really starting to realize this, and somebody's really starting to ground in this understanding where it's like, yeah, I have been giving myself to other people because that's how I was taught, but really what I need to do is I really need to give to myself. And there's nothing wrong with that, you guys. You know, like because honestly, some people can't give you what you need. You know what I mean? And honestly, you really are the only person who can give you what you need. And somebody might come into your life and they might enhance your life, and you will obviously enhance somebody's life, right? And you need to protect that, okay, too, okay? Remember that. But that's kind of the point. It's like you enhance people's lives, and it's like there was some sort of a group effort to make it so that you could not enhance anybody's lives except for these lower dimensional, karmic, psychic vampire, dark empath bullshit, whatever the fuck this gang stalking situation was, which started from, like, fucking birth. Yeah, they're just full of lies. It's full of lies. It's some sort of a third-party situation, and I'm reading it as a third-party situation, is that it's a third-party timeline. It's not their timeline. There's a third party that's trying to get you in a fucking timeline you don't believe in, or that you don't belong in. And yeah, and that you don't believe in, too. Because it's not full of love. It's full of control and fear. Fear and control. And that's not where you're going. It's ungrounding. Whoever you are, I feel like you can feel it in your body, too. It's like, you might even have PTSD, I'm hearing, and or it feels like PTSD. So it's like, whenever you're around this person, like, whoever this family member is, or whoever this, I don't know who it is, but the karmic, all right, our nemesis, it's like you can feel it. I'm also hearing smoky quartz would be really good around you, or with you, for you, to help you stay grounded. Oh my God, you guys, the Hanged Man in the upright position, I feel like you know this. sorry, you guys.